Hey, we are back for round one. Let's see how this deck can do. I'm really happy with how it turned out, but we'll definitely see what happens. I'm not totally comfortable in this cube yet, so I can't really guarantee whether we have a good or a bad deck, but in terms of looking like more of a deck that you would draft in Legacy Cube, I really do like this deck. I think it has a lot of cards that are good in that cube, and so that makes me think that it's even better in this one. Okay, let's see what's going on. We will play first, and that looks like a keep. Slam an Ashiok on turn 3, see if the opponent can deal with it. Alright, opponent's starting off pretty quickly with a Mana Elf. Hopefully we can draw into a Wrath with this Night's Whisper. Not a Wrath, but a Lifebane Zombie will be very good. We can copy it with Metamorph too if we see something else to take. I think we'll probably play this next turn instead of Ashiok, depending on what we see. Alright, more Mana Elves. Another Wrath would be great. We can also try to strip the opponent of the last threats in their hand with double Lifebane Zombie, potentially. Alright, so we want to take away this Whisperwood, and let me just write the rest of these down. Flint of Boar, which we'll see next turn. The Expertise is going to be tough to deal with if the opponent ever gets a high-powered creature, but then just a forest. So we got green, Expertise, and Boar. And we will take this Whisperwood. Okay. We can also start racing with 2 zombies. We will take all the damage. There's the green and the boar. Alright, so all we know is the Expertise. That means that Metamorph won't do a ton, but Ashiok will also just die relatively quickly, so I think we're going to maybe screen for if the opponent drew a creature, a big, expensive green creature this turn. Alright, we don't see that. That's fine. And then we're just going to bash in for 3. Potentially block the Flint of Boar if our opponent plays a mountain. But other than that, we'll probably just try to be racing with 6 on the ground every turn. Ashiok can maybe soak up some damage, although the opponent could just not cast Ashiok if need be. There's the City of Brass. Opponent could cast Expertise here. That wouldn't be the worst. Draw 2, play a 5. Yeah, it looks like that's what they're doing. Although it could be something they drew. 6? Yeah, okay, Expertise. Let's see what they hit, if anything. Probably will be something. Alright, Rabid Bite. That works pretty well. And then we take 3. Yeah, we're not drawing anything here, so ideally we can just get this Ashiok kind of active. I think I'm going to leave back Zombie. I think our life total is the most important thing here. We're just trying to get to Battlesphere, basically. We'll see what we exiled. Alright, nothing we can cast. So yeah, we're just going to leave back this Zombie, try to block the Boar, and hope that our opponent can't finish us off before we get to Battlesphere in 2 turns. Obviously, anytime we draw a Wrath would be excellent. But yeah, it looks like the opponent has something here. Elishnorn? Craterhoof. Ugin. Alright. That's very good. Kill the zombie. Hit Ashiok for 2. Yeah, unfortunately we can't really deal with the top of our opponent's deck unless we've been drawing more action spells, so... Looks like we're dead here. That's a bonfire. Wow. It's a weird border on that. Thanks, Magic Online. And we see Hornet Queen and Deranged Hermit. Wonder if we're going to take 3 here or if Ashiok's going to take 3. Probably Ashiok, yeah, and then she can get, or Ashiok, they can get hit with the boar, and then we get hit with all 3 of these. I don't know if we're dead next turn, but probably pretty close. Ugin's going to go ultimate, it looks like. Yeah, so this deck we're playing against seems pretty weak to Wrath, which we're happy about. But we have to definitely watch out for the big cards like Ugin and probably, you know, Terastodon, Greater Hoof, stuff like that, the big green finishers. Maybe like a Mirror Battlesphere thrown in there, something like that. We can just see more of the opponent's deck if the opponent puts out anything here with Ugin. Alright, so nothing huge. We're not dead as of yet. We can attack with Battlesphere and tap 1 Mirror and kill Ugin. Okay, this is actually not looking horrible, although we keep drawing land. My goodness. Alright, well, we have to kill Ugin here and hope that we can just survive the crackback. Actually, I should technically do the math there, so let's see. We have 3 blockers. We block here, here. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so we will attack Gleemax, use the ability, tap 1 Mirror, and try to survive as best we can on the crackback. And hope the opponent... Well, even if they've drawn something, we can condescend it and scry. That's always good. Alright. Opponent blocks with Wall of Roots. That's fine. We actually might be able to pull off a win here, depending on what the opponent has. It's weird that they didn't draw any huge threat with their Ugin draw. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's up. We can also just like trade for the most amount of creatures here if we want. This Flint of War looks almost like a... I guess the Cinderglade counts, but... Alright, so what are we going to do here? We want to make as many trades as we can while staying alive. I think we don't necessarily want Massive Myers to die because it just comes back very easily. So I think like 2 here, and then we take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we can't afford that. So then I think in that case we just want to go 1 on the Admirers and 1 on an Elf. Then we're taking 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, going to 2. That's not the best. Plus all 3 of these mirrors are dying. But if we can condescend into some good spell, I think we might be in okay shape with untapping with the Battlesphere and such. So yeah, I think these have to be our blocks. Alright, we go to 2. Opponent should hopefully play something that we can counter and get our scry. Unfortunately, they might actually be able to pay for it. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, they're going to be able to pay for this, it looks like, but we'll just do it for the full amount anyway. It's so unfortunate. Even a condescend for 7 doesn't do nearly enough. But let's say we draw like a Damnation or a Yahenni's Expertise, that would be good. Alright, unfortunately, we can't really keep either of these, I don't think. Sphinx draws us 2 cards and we could hit Ultimate Price or go for the Throat. Don't deal with the Sky Sovereigns. We need to bottom both of these. Ugh, that feels so terrible to do. We've just drawn so many lands this game. And it looks like we're going to be dead this next turn. Or not. Okay, so I don't want to pull the trigger on that Damnation quite yet. We are very likely dead still. The opponent just needs any sort of creature to just crew up the Sky Sovereign. But we do get to Damnation here and hope for the best. That's why you bottom the Sphinx and the Troop Maw. But yeah, we're probably still dead. Yep, there it is. Alright, we're just going to concede. That was a very frustrating game. Let's see what we can bring in, if anything. I don't think there's much. Imprison the Moon deals with Ugin, but not really. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything that we want to bring in. We don't have much of an option in the board. We should be set up very well to attack decks like this. We just didn't draw any relevant spells for a while. All right, let's see what we got. This looks like a keep. Delta can get Sunken Hollow, which I should remember, although it's not relevant for this hand. Anticipate, try to hit, like a Henny's Expertise. Should be good. Alright, no mana elf, that's interesting. That's a mana elf of sorts. A mana wall. Alright, I think Venser is not great against this type of green deck, but at the same time we already have a clone. So I think I am going to take Venser. It's something that we can clone with the Metamorph and stuff like that, so yeah, we're going to do that. We might actually copy the wall here, although we can just Night's Whisper, so I think we should probably do that instead. Maybe hit an Evolving Wild, so we want to cast it first. Yeah, Terramorphic Expanse. Okay, we're looking to be set up pretty well here. We'll go get a Swamp, I think. Let's see what our opponent does. Alright, yeah, this looks like a good Damnation turn. Cut the opponent off of a mana and a threat. Next turn we can just like Venser something, or we don't really have two plays, which is unfortunate, but ideally we can Metamorph the Frost Titan. That should be a big game. Alright, so yeah, opponent didn't do that much, so I think our plan here is just going to be try to Venser whatever they play this turn, probably like a Whisperwood Elemental or something like that, then untap and Frost Titan a land and hope they don't have another. Here what we could do, we could Venser, bounce Forest, and block the Massive Mires. I think that's actually a pretty decent play here. Yeah, we're going to do that. Because they've already, I don't know, they haven't played a land this turn. So this means that they're still stuck on 4 lands. And we get to block, which I like. See if the opponent has a meaningful play. This is a meaningful play. They get back the Master Myers, which is pretty good. But I'm guessing they had something better to do on 5, which is why bouncing does good things for us. Okay, so here we'll Frost Titan. Next turn we can make another Frost Titan and play a Night Veil Spectre. 2 Frost Titans should be enough to beat a green deck, although we'll see what they have. Another Massive Myers is not threatening to us. Alright, we can make 3 Frost Titans this turn. That's sweet. I think we'll do that. Tap a land. Tap a creature that's a land. Okay, we don't want to tap that. We want to copy something. We want it to be an artifact? No, we're playing a green deck. And then tap another land. Tons of lockdown. See if the opponent can beat this. Doesn't look like they would be able to. Although, this is very easy to kill. But yeah, it looks like the opponent's conceding. Okay. Alright, let's go to game 3. See if we can pull this out. Nothing to board, I think. Still nothing. And let's battle. Yeah, this is a keep. This looks like a totally decent... Well, it looks like a pretty slow Legacy cube hand, but it seems like a pretty good Modern cube hand. Removal into Bribery. Bribery is going to be very good against this opponent, hopefully. We didn't actually see, technically, a big creature to steal, but there's got to be some. Alright, Snapcaster Mage or Lifebane Zombie. I think at the point in the game where we're going to be Shelldock Island, I think Snapcaster Mage is going to be better. So we're going to do that. Lifebane Zombie we would rather draw right now, even though we don't have double black, I think. Although Snapcaster, if we had double black, rather, we would rather draw Lifebane Zombie, but... Yeah, I think Snapcaster is going to be better in the late game when we're potentially activating Shelldock. What do we have here? Devoted Druid, okay. That's probably going to be gone for the throat. And the opponent can't play what looks like to be another Mana Elf. We don't have a Wrath here, so I think we're just going to try to keep the opponent off of as much mana as possible while we develop into our big mana plays. So we're going to take out that Devoted Druid and hope that slows them down enough. Yeah, unfortunately, the opponent's deck just has the potential to be way faster than us, and so we can easily lose to stuff like that, like we did in the first game. Another Mana Elf, and just an attack. Okay. So next turn, potentially, we could be in for some big hits. Hopefully we draw stuff in the meantime. It doesn't look like we are going to, though. And we have a while off of Bribery, so the opponent's fast mana looks to be a big challenge this game, assuming they have stuff in hand to cast with it, which it looks like they do, since they don't have lands. Alright, well, we've only drawn lands, but next turn we can Bribery, hope to hit something good, and then the turn after that we start jamming our big flyers. So we might be in for a little bit of a beating this turn, but hopefully the Bribery can deal with that in some way or another. Yeah, what is this? Hopefully the opponent has miscounted, although I don't think so. 6 mana. Primeval Titan, probably. Maybe like a... Alright, Rishkar's Expertise. Draw 1. I am fine with that. Careful consideration. Sure. Okay, that was a very good outcome for us. Bribery hopefully can hit like a big creature, even though we haven't seen one, and then... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it can hit a creature. The opponent does have some red in the deck. It's weird to see that Careful Consideration, though. Considering we haven't seen other blue spells. Maybe the opponent boarded into blue. Alright, we're going to take a screenshot of the opponent's deck here. Alright, let's see what we can grab. Alright, we're going to take a screenshot, and it looks like Avenger is going to be our best hit. Alright, the opponent conceded. We won the match. A little bit premature, but we're glad to have won. Okay, so yeah, I will see you guys for the next round later.